Saturday afternoon on Real. It's just on 17 minutes past 2. Of course, today, the Littleland Oamaru Citizen Shield final, Valley taking on Kurow. Kurow haven't won it for nearly 40 years. They faced each other in 2018 for the final, but Valley took the victory on that occasion. Live matchday commentary this afternoon brought to you by the team at the North Otago Rugby Union. And we'll cross now right out to Whitestone Contracting Stadium, where our commentators are Paddy Ford and, of course, Terry O'Neill.
Well, thank you, Dan. Neil, you might say, well, they haven't won the Citizen Shield for 40-odd years, but I tell you what, if you can go by the colour today, it's blood red, and it looks as though they were here first, and they've got most of the stand at the moment. So it could be an omen, it could be not, Paddy.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's a challenge because this format is going to produce the champion team. And there's no doubt about that Kurow are in that position because they lost their third game against Athletes and they've won every game since. So they're going for about 9 in a row, which a lot of people haven't picked up on. But Valley, they're the side that just knows how to win finals, Terry. So.
But and just looking at the ground, I know there was some concern after the light misery rain last week. It didn't seem to dry out, but it's. I think the good Lord must have taken sympathy on the two cricket side, the two rugby sides, because the ground paddy looks good.
Yeah, it is good. I had a look at it yesterday and it's a wee bit shifty, but it isn't cut up a wee bit in the middle, but with the sun and a wee bit of breeze blowing. But Kurow wants a good ball today, Terry, because they got the backs and I feel Valley have got the forward. So that's the difference in the game. And, if they use the ball well, which they will, Kurow, which they got to, and same with Valley, we're in for a good game. There's no question about that.
Well, it looks like someone said, well, who's going to win it? I said, well, one or the other, maybe. But in that Kurow side, way up the river, the Great Waitaki River, we've got guys like Aidan Todd, Ben Knowles sitting at fullback. There'd be a danger, Paddy. And they've got that art of experience, mind you, for Soho Valley.
Yes, they're very experienced in the backs. Last week they were looking at Hayden Meikle and Hayden Todd, but the second 5'8", Samita, he made a couple of nice breaks. So he'll be looking for that today, but he's got to score because you only get the odd chance, Terry, as you well know, in a game like today.
Yeah, they get one chance and that's about it. But, in a game, isn't it? Like in a school game, one chance and it was taken.
Yeah, and getting back to 39 years ago, Alan Kelly coached them, and they had a reasonable team in those days when you think about John Linwood and Craig Ward was in the front row with the Joker McCaw. I think he was a relation to Richie McCaw. Don Loons and Jess Stringer were the locks, and he was a very tall fellow in the line-out, Don Loons, and so was Jess Stringer. He'd played for Otago. Number 8 was that evergreen Alec Black. He was quite outstanding. The joker on the side of the gun was Foster. He went up and played in South Canterbury. The halfback was Hugh Cameron. Maidgard was the captain. Dal Jolly. Peter Grant was on one wing. I think Joker Cochrane, Lex Cochrane was in midfield. Fullback was the evergreen Eric Ross. And, they were a good team. But to be fair, in those days, it was a competition where you played through, Terry, and you're in front at the finish, and that was it. So it's a different ball game today. So, but a lot of them will be here today, and so that urges a club side on.
Okay, well, it's also saying the Valley have got their supporters down, not the young fellows and girls, I think. They're in the yellow jerseys. They're waiting there, of course, to welcome their Valley team out onto the ground, and there's more pouring in. I think we're going to get a full one, Paddy.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. As I said this morning, there's a possibility this game will be the biggest crowd ever played in the Citizen Shield final because they keep coming in. They're looking for seats now. The stand is, 3/4 full, and it's filling up very quick. The south end is red, and it's full, and the north end, the Valley crowd, plus all the other clubs, Mahino, Old Boys, and you often find, Terry, that when you're on top like Valley, all the other clubs plug for the underdog. So that often happens, and I think it's going to be happening here today.
So the sound is building up just on around about 9 minutes before kick-off time, but it's going to be the weather's superb. A little faint breeze, and it is only a faint breeze. It'll do more good to the ground than anything else. Those who perch across on the terrace, quite a land building up there, but I noticed a lot have got jackets and a lot have got hands in their pockets, so it mightn't be just keep warm there.
Yeah, they got the sun on the back, and it's a good complex here, Terry, so, and the atmosphere feels, as you come near the ground when they come through the back, it seems to be buzzing, which is good for rugby. We've had some good games. The school game was very good, and we've had the semi-finals have been excellent, and now we're here for the final, but you know and I know that pressure wins in the games. People under pressure seem to do a lot of strange things, miss kicks, drop balls, and that's what counts in the final. And that's where, people that take advantage of that. And experience is going to mean a lot. We've talked about Valley backs, but Valley forwards and Kurow backs, but they've both still got to perform, don't they?
They have. Well, I'm just looking at that, the Kurow front row or the forward pack. Valley Templeton is the hooker. The props are Zach Staines and Cameron Keach. Angus Foster and Isaac Milne are the locks. Lachlan Templeton and Josh Reid, who's the captain, they're the flankers. And Sione Kaufusi is the number 8. At halfback is Alapati Tuipalutu, Hayden Parker, and he might have a real control of the game. Taniela Samita at second 5'8", Hayden Todd at centre, Sam McDonald and Dean Fenwick are the wings, and Ben Knoll sitting back there at fullback. I've got a feeling, Paddy, that he's going to be a dangerous man.
Well, I think you could be right there, Terry, because, Valley will try to, I would say, kick the ball a lot today, because they won't be running it, and they'll be kicking a lot for a position, and he'll have a lot of work to do because they won't want to run it in case they make a mistake, because Kurow backs will latch onto it and they could be in big trouble. So the experienced coach that Valley's got, Carter and Matthews and them, and they'll be well aware of that, and you'll be right. I think he will get a lot of ball today, Ben Knoll.
Well, and the Valley line-up up front, Jake Greenslade is the hooker, Logan Dunlop, tight head, and Melly Colonuso is the open side prop. Then the locks, we've got Blake Welsh and Max Smith. Cameron Rowland will captain the side from the blind side flank. Jacob Fletcher on the open side, and Sam Sturgis is the number 8. The Glenn Sturgis, his brother, is at halfback, and Paddy, I got a feeling that maybe these two could be something who can swing the game Valley's way. Owen Davey at first, Jake Matthews, Matt Garcia, Hayden Gold and Tony McCone are the wingers, and Ben Patton. And I made a statement last night. I thought that Ben Patton is pacey. He floats around. He could be the man that carries Valley home.
Yeah, he could be, Terry, but I'm of the same surgeon. I think he's the best forward in North Otago, and he leads by example. And, Cameron Rowlands, and, they got a good front row, but I'm impressed with Keach, the tight head from Kurow the other day. They've got not a bad scrum either. So, it's going to be very interesting. Mistakes are the things, though. There'll be a lot of mistakes today, and there's no excuse, really, because it's a good day, Terry.
It's okay. Well, that's it. 5 minutes to go before the kick-off here for the Citizen Shield. Kurow up against Valley, and they're just waiting to go.
Hello everybody, Guy Mordaunt, positive and enthusiastic in property brokers country. Landlords, we know property management is often seen as a grudge purchase. You've invested in your future and you want to manage your expenses as best you can. That's why we've created a property management team that is focused on adding value to you and your investment. Let us help you through the minefield of ever-changing compliance and ensure it adds value. Let us find you awesome tenants who will value your property as their own. We'll give you great advice to protect your capital and turn an investment into an asset. You don't need any more stress in your life. Let the Property Brokers team help.
Licensed under REAA 2008.
Property Brokers Country. Property with pride.
I go to kindergarten where I learn and have lots of fun all at the same time. At kindergarten, we have teachers who let us learn through play. There are 5 kindergartens to choose from in North Otago. And and you get 40 hours free. And they have a term holiday program available too.
The Oamaru Kindergarten Association has been committed to North Otago children and their families since the 1950s. Find out more at oamarukindergarten.co.nz. What happens in kindergarten matters for a lifetime.
Presence on Harbour can help you go plastic-free. At Presence on Harbour, you'll find reusable and sustainable kitchen and bathroom products. We can also make your children's school lunchbox plastic-free with reusable food wraps, drink bottles and food containers. Come in store and check out our fantastic range. It's not only environmentally friendly, but well-designed and beautiful too. Presence on Harbour, locally owned and open 7 days a week in the heart of Oamaru's Victorian Precinct and online at presenceonharbour.co.nz.
Ditch the sandwiches and treat your team to say job well done. Thanks for the great work or just let's catch up. North Star are now open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. Perfect for that business lunch or after work get together. North Star open from 11 a.m. daily in the north end of Oamaru. When you need an electrician, you want a laser focused one that keeps your farm in full production, one that has a dedicated team that keeps rural North Otago moving. For a totally dependable electrician, call Laser Electrical Oamaru.
0800 get laser.
Thanks to Kiwis like you, Westpac's annual Chopper Appeal has raised over $1.1 million. Your donations keep Kiwis safe in this beautiful but unpredictable country of ours. Thank you for your support from the team at Westpac.
Turn up the feel good. Feel good. Feel 104 FM.
29 past 2. Well, one of these teams is going to be feeling good today, Valley or Kurow. Let's head back out to Whitestone Contracting Stadium for live coverage brought to you by the North Otago Rugby Union. Our men on the spot, Terry O'Neill and Paddy Ford.
Well, there's a little bit of confusion as well. They've got all these girls and boys just at primary school, all in their colours, in the Valley blue and gold and the Kurow red. They had them lined up, one on the south, the Kurow on the south and the Valley on the north. But all of a sudden someone said no. It's well, no, I'm not quite sure of that one, Paddy. But a big line-up of Kurow, matched not quite by Valley, but they're waiting for their heroes to come out from under the stand. Who will come first and who will come first last, Paddy?
Yes, and looks like if Kurow going to the right, they must be playing towards defending the clock in and playing with a wee bit of light breeze and the sun behind them, and Valley are playing towards St Kevin's. So there's no excuse here today, Terry. As the ground might have a wee bit of give, but it'll save the injuries, and but the sun's shining brightly and very good.
Cameron Rowland brings out Valley. They're going to defend the southern end of Whitestone Stadium. And they've got a little one of small players, hand in hand, Valley moving on. They're going to defend the southern end of Whitestone Contracting Stadium. So now it's going to be Kurow's turn. And here's Kurow, you can hear it. 7, Josh Reed leading them out. And those kids, Paddy, it'll be a day they will remember.
Yeah, no question about that. It's great to see, Terry, you know, and as you could see and hear, the crowd's behind Kurow because the numbers are here, and so it'll be interesting to see. They'll have the support, but they're still got to perform.
That's right, and coming on, the referee today is Dylan Winter. The assistant referees, Craig Kingan and Wayne Boyle. And we'll give John Tito a hand too. He's the match day manager, so he's not going to be on the ground, but he'll be close by.
You would think Kurow would kick off because the Valley, I would say, won the toss. They're going to play towards the clock, so it'll be, I would say, Kurow will kick down to the southern end.
Waiting for the two sides.
Big crowd on the terrace, Terry. A long time since we've seen the crowd like that on the terrace. Yeah.
So it looks like Valley are going to kick off, and they'll be kicking off towards the St Kevin's College end of the stadium. Kurow back inside between the 22s. They're going to receive the ball. There's the whistle. There's the ball. Out towards the terrace touch. Taken down, but knocked forward by the red by the look of it. And kicked ahead and into the first line of the ball after only about 5. Now he's coming back to the line out. It's about 15 metres inside the Kurow half. And the first scrum of the game. This might tell us one or two things, Paddy.
Yeah, it might do too. That was first knock on the game by Kurow. Didn't contain the ball, and it's a chance here for Valley.
First scrum of the game. Valley to feed this scrum. Ben Burgess to feed it. Nope. Referee Wood says I'm going to walk through it, see what's wrong with the other side. Valley the Kurow backs up flat, obviously on defence. And now Burgess to see this line out. And it goes Valley ball. Held on the back for number 8. And now with Greenwood, slowly across the line. Wild pass through and topped through and picked up however here on the right wing, which is Tony McCone. Takes it up to the 10-metre line. Valley over the ball. And they get it up and cut protected. And Valley have it first. They drove it wide. The ball kicked ahead but dropped a wild pass. And 4 metres inside Kurow's half. And Valley have had all the possession so far as they take it up. They're 10 minutes into the territory. The penalty, the first penalty of the game. Well, interesting to see where this one goes, Paddy.
I'd say be shot at goal, but it's 45 metres out, Terry. You know, it's or might be 40 men. No, they're kicking to the clock corner. They'll be looking for the drive. Be interested in the line out. The scrums were very even. They're very stable, both scrums.
Jake Matthews looking to kick towards the scoreboard corner. Here's the kick. And the referee on the far side, round about the 22. It'll be Kurow to the 10. It looks as though it's Valley to throw. In it goes. Picked up there by Kurow coming through the line out. And they pick it up and roll it back. Out it comes there. The tackled by fast tackling coming through. Now they're going through. They got the wide this time. And it's a little slippery out there, Paddy, as the little second 5'8" at Samita. But they're going wide, Kurow. And now they're actually coming up. And some good tackles, but held up. The referee's indicating a possible penalty too high with that tackle. And it'll be a chance for Kurow to put it down at the terrace touch line.
Yeah, 2 head-high tackles. The interior's playing advantage, and Novell come up and he was head-high tackle, but now Parker's got the chance to go into Valley territory for the first time.
And good kick from Parker. He put it into touch about 5 metres outside the Valley 22 on the terrace side. And now a chance for the Red Devils, Kurow. 40 years, Paddy. 40 years, I'll be thinking.
Yes, long time, Terry.
Now Kurow. We didn't feed this line out. And it goes. Taken down by Kurow. There's the Parker's going to have a go. It is straight through, taken down over the 22 as the Kurow forward. They pick it in. They've got the support there. As they get into distance, a couple of metres inside the 22. They've got the numbers. Still going. Taken there, they're about 15 metres out from the goal line of Valley as they go to the right again. Still going. On the feed, the support is there for Kurow. Now they've got numbers here. Still going. The quick ball, and he's also over the back. He went through one arm and through back into the play. It just out his end and over the sideline, but it's only 6 metres out on the Valley goal line. Kurow pressure. Kurow to throw with it. It's going to be
Scrum Terrier. Yeah, let's take the scrum. The knock on. Ben lost the ball forward. Ben Novell heading to the line and lost the ball forward in the tackle.
So they pinned, Kurow has pinned Valley in the south-west corner. Or should it be east? I think it's east. With halfback Burgess. Not a steady scrum. Burgess refused to put the ball in. Wasn't steady, so we got to go through the process again. The blind side, the open side winger floating very, very wide, Paddy, for Kurow. My Valley to feed, however. Burgess. At 6 metres out from the Valley goal line. Puts it in. Looks like it's holding, getting the ball back. And they're going to run it up to their 22. Just 15 metres out from their goal line. But they control the ball. And now they're going, Matthews throws a long one. And going through, but down there 10 metres inside the 22 of Valley. But Kurow will get across. But it's going to be Valley as they get to it firstly. And a penalty conceded by Valley, by Kurow. And this is go down the terrace touchline. Gosh, that's a big number of players, isn't it? What's the terrace, Paddy?
Yeah, that's the biggest crowd we've had.
Yeah.
It's the terrace is full right along. A good crowd and big crowd. The stand is practically full, and a lot of people down the front there too, Terry.
Right, there's the kicker, the penalty. And North Otago, well, not North Otago, they're looking the gold jerseys, but Valley, about 8 metres inside their own half on the terrace side. They're going to feed this line out. Neither side is really dominated in the line outs. And now Valley's hook up. And they're from the throw. It goes, didn't quite go straight, but the referee's happy. And there's the halfback going through, just on halfway. And move it out to the left again, still going Valley. Up on his defence, the Kurow defence is there. They're taking it to ground about 10 metres inside the Valley, half at the big, powerful forwards of Valley. Just running it up. There's Valley Kalinasal. Up and over he goes. And the penalty. He was up and ended, and a little bit of dangerous play there. From the centre of the 10-metre line, Valley still inside its own half. And this time we'll see Matthews take a tap and throws it wide. Still going. Up they go with Valley. That was a halfback Burgess. And they put it up in 10-metre line of the Valley. And Kurow, referee says infringement there by Valley. Is it no? I think it's the referee. Yes, it is a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for scrum, Terry.
Yes.
But there was a good line-out take by Cameron Rowlands that time, and Valley took a quick tap. Everybody thought they're kicking for touch, and Kurow scrambled back to stop that movement. Valley's getting a wee bit more ball than Kurow, and that's a bit of advantage towards Valley at the moment.
So the scrum will go down about 15 metres inside the Kurow's territory, about 15 metres in from the terrace touchline. And it's going to be halfback for Kurow. Malapati Poli Tutu puts it in with the power of Valley. Goes through, heaving the Kurow forward back. One for Valley, Paddy.
Yeah, good scrum by, especially from the tight-head connoisseur. He put a lot of pressure on Staines at that time, and he popped him, and it's a chance for now the Valley to go to the corner.
I would just go as far as say that we'll see a few more of those. And there's Matthews, puts in the touch. It must be about 12 metres out from the corner flag. Oh no, the touch judges come back further downfield, probably around about 18 metres out from the scoreboard corner here at the Whitestone Stadium. And it's going to be Valley to feed this line out. Long one taken down by Valley at the back. And they click it again. They go to the blind side. Well organised too. But the defence got across by Valley. But the Valley is still going. They're getting up there. They've got the big men as well. They're meeting up to about 6 metres out from the goal line. They're still going. Colin Esau has gone to ground. But it's controlled by Valley. Now they go wide again. And it's still within yards or metres of the goal line for Valley as they come in. Beckett goes on the short side. Matthews goes down. He's taken down in the tackle. And the penalty. Failed to receive the ball, I'd say. He looked up and said to the Dylan Winter, "Oh, not ref, not me, not you." But it's just a little bit, it'll relieve the pressure for Kurow, for Valley and Kurow.
Oh, another
great kick.
He's got a great boot on him, Parker, but that was good defence by Kurow, but Valley seems to be dominating a lot of this ball now, Terry. Kurow are sort of only getting the scraps at the moment.
And it goes, palm back untidily. Finally, Kurow have got to get round and tidy up that rest, and they knocked the line in process. And so once again, it's going to be Valley to put the ball into the scrum. We've had just on 12 minutes. There's still no... we've got Paddy.
Yeah, that was pretty scrambly ball by Kurow. They sort of tapped it back, the big lock for Kurow, and Valley was able to latch onto it, but then it was lost forward. Now it's advantage to Kurow again.
All right, 10 metres out from the Kurow 22, over on the far side, the terrace side, and Burgess will feed this scrum for Valley. Still no score. 12 minutes gone in the first half. And it goes, good hook, controlling, Burgess. And it comes to Matthews. What's he going to do with it? Just lobs it out there for the right. And they've got place here now. As the Patton goes through, reach up ahead. Is he going to get to it? Can it go? And try, Paddy, try.
Yes, he will, the try. I think it was Ben Patton, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Ben Patton.
Yeah, I think it was Ben Patton. It was the pace, it was a chip through, and I think it was Ben Patton, Terry, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yes. That was after 14 minutes, and that was the Ben Patton just in on about halfway, and he just chipped it ahead. He's got a bit of pace too, and he just outstretched and got the hand on the ball down. So Valley, 5 up.
Yes, yeah, it was a good scrum and a start from a good platform, and Kurow were well in on the outside, and the chip he had to turn and go back. McDonald just wasn't quick enough to get back, and Ben Knoll was well over across the ground, and it was just inside the corner flag, Terry. It was only about a foot inside the corner flag, so now Benton Patton has a chance to convert to make it 7.
Right, half a metre in from the eastern touchline. Ben Patton to put Valley into a 7-0 lead. In he comes. He's kicked it. He's hooked it. It just goes outside the upright. Must be a bit of breeze there, Paddy.
Yeah.
Going through the northeasterly corner.
And that's a good start by Valley because they've had a lot of ball, but they finished it off. Kurow right up flat and a chip over the top into no man's land.
He's got plenty of pace too. He's a young fellow just come into the North Otago rugby, but he likes to go, doesn't he?
Yes.
He's got plenty of skills. Then pace. There's the long one taken by Kurow down inside the 22. Kurow get up, make their defences. Their tackles just on the 22 as Burgess reaches in, and they pick it up. But the Valley But trying to get it through. Now they go wide again. And there's a half a make a goal not through, but no, it was went on to Samita and it bounced forward. But Dylan Winter said, right, just outside the 22, we'll take the scrum. But the pace looking in there in that midfield for Valley.
Yeah, and but it's the ball. I think Kurow badly need a good scrum so they can get a platform to set, so they can run onto. As we're well known, the Kurow backs have got the ability, but at the moment the Valley side are sort of not making second fiddle. They're standing right up to them, Terry.
Yep, and they're getting on that front foot under.
Yes.
Yeah, the front foot ball is good. So now we see Galapati top of it, Tui Palutu to be right in the centre of the 22 in Valley territory. They're going to go to the short side. Oh, and they dropped it. Up the there still by number 8 of Kurow. And he threw it to his halfback, and he was going to get and Valley kick away down the paddock into the close to the 22. And so the chaser has taken up and gone out of that, caught the fullback. It's a great tackling there from Valley as they had about 5 outside the 22. Now they've got the ball again. As finally there, Dylan Winter. And that was good to play, Paddy.
Yeah, lost forward, yeah. That time, a good number 8 move, but a poor pass to number 8, the halfback, and he lost the ball, and Valley latched onto it, made about 40 metres, and it was only a lost forward ball by Kurow. They got out of that, Terry.
I would say it's a Valley scrum, and the back line stretched out to the east. Plenty of space. And the way they're going, they're getting more and more confident.
Yeah, well, they've got Patton up in the back line, so they're chancing their arm. They've come to play, and that's what you've got to do in a final. You've got to try things.
Yep. Tui Palutu puts it in. Hooks for him. Palutu moves along. Samina takes up to the 22. Gets inside the 22. As the Texans are lane, but still controlling. By Valley on the 22 over near the clock corner. And they've got men as they're picking up the key passes as they take them. Pick and go again. They're 10 inside the 22. Still going up Valley. Referee's got his arm out. And the penalty. Penalty against Kurow. And allowed to go with this one, Paddy.
Oh, well, I'd say they take if I was them, no, they kick into the corner again. They seem to back their line out because Cameron Rowlands is winning a lot of ball at the back of the line out, and he's getting lifted. He's on a big guy, but it gives a chance to Connoisseur and Sturgeonus to latch onto it. But Kurow is struggling in the line outs.
Right, so the line out will take place 5 metres out from the Kurow goal line. It'll be Valley to feed this line out. It is a throw. Queensland's throw towards the back, taken down there by Valley again, cleanly. Now they get that big scrumming machine. They're squeezing around, but the Kurow have edged them back a matter or two, but the ball is still there. Still there. But it's just coming through. And over on the far side, right over just in the shadow. And yeah, Valley take it. They run through it. Back they come again. And it's only a matter of a couple of metres from the Kurow goal line. But where's the ball? Dylan Winter can't see it. And he said it's going to be
another penalty.
And it's only 5 metres out from the Kurow goal line. 5-0 to Valley at the moment. 20 minutes gone in the first half. A little bit of constant. What's going on over there? Looks like.
Yeah, they're going to put the scrum down, Terry. There's an amazing amount of penalties in this first 20 minutes. There's a lot of penalties on the ground, over top of the ball, and from both sides, but more so by Kurow. And I think Cameron Rollins has asked a question, how long do they go before they sin bin somebody?
Right, well, it's going down. It's 5 metres out from the Kurow goal line. About 10 metres in from the scoreboard corner. It's going to be Burgess to feed the scrum. We've seen the strength of the scrum so far. The Valley. Once again, the front rows go down. So we'll go right through all of it again. See the forwards there just cleaning the Spriggs paddy. It must be still a little bit tacky.
Yeah, it's a wee bit tacky, but I'd say Valley will have a go out the back of the scrum. I said Sturgeon might pick out this ball up. He hasn't picked one up yet, Terry, so...
Here he goes, same situation. Forward packs will go down again. Scrum, 5 metres out from the Valley goal, from the Kurow goal line. A little bit of a short side too. Coming back to Burgess. As it comes. When it comes to mid, long infield to the now. The centre, he was taken down by a good tackle through. He's moving in touch. He's got it. Comes back in the mid and there's a kick back downfield. He's taken there by the fullback. He's taken by Patton. He's going to run round. He's going to run another one. Missed another one. Guards another one. He's only 15 out from the 22 of Kurow. Up the ball's further, and they're trying to get that ball out further wide, Valley. As they get it, out it goes to the left. Then the runners are lining up now as Valley have it. They move it wide out there to Matthews. Matthews goes down in a heap, but still there, the controlling it. Valley's control is doing it. As one of the forwards stepped right over, but knocked the ball forward. And Valley had a good momentum on that movement, but lost the ball going forward. And so Kurow will run about the 10-metre line, will put this ball into the scrum.
Yeah, at the moment, Kurow are very struggling to get the ball. It was a good tackle by the Kurow second 5'8", and Kurow got the turnover to get out of the danger zone, and now they've got a scrum. Their scrum is going not bad at stages, Terry, but it's a concentration. They're struggling in the line-outs because they just can't seem to be able to dominate, get their hands on it, where Valley are winning the line-outs good.
So the ball going down. Scrum will go down again. About 20 metres in Kurow's half. And we'll see Kalapati Tuipalutu puts it in, but under pressure again. And there's Parker picking back down there, taken again, but off the side of the boat. And it was Ben Patton, I think, who just stood off the side. And we see Kurow moving up to about 15 metres from the Valley 22. There's a quick one, taken down. They're going to move up in the post. There, Kurow, still going Kurow, up towards the 22, right in centre field. Picked up, they move it to the left again. Kurow still in control. Up onto the 22 again. They move to the right. There's Senator Dummy. There's Parker. It's 5-10 inside the 22. And once again, they're recycling this ball well. As they drive in another 2 or 3 metres inside the 22. Still going. And they're still going. They're only 10 out from the Valley goal line. What's going to go here? Valley Kurow is going now. They're over. Just short. They're going to go to the left. Go to the right now. Just short. And this is it. Oh, it's not taken down. Good cover defence from Valley. A metre out from their goal line. And here's the ball picked up. And again, the great defence from Valley. And that, they're going to recycle it again. And they're still attacking it. Valley goal line. They just red player after red player. Try. Who gets this one, Paddy? Well, they worked for that one. They worked it. Who was the man who got it?
Ooh. Hands on the head.
Yep. Looks like a big prop, doesn't he?
Yeah. I reckon the jug of the hands. Is it the loose tight head prop, Terry? I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Is it 3? I think it's him with the hands on the head. Could be number 3, is it?
Don't say as yet.
Is it 1? 1, I think.
3.
1.
It is 3.
3. 3.
3.
Yeah.
So
3.
the try has gone to number 3, Cameron
Keach.
Cameron Cheech has scored a try for Kurow, and now it'll be up to
Parker.
Parker to convert. And it's a 5-all.
Kicks are valuable in the final, Terry. Every point counts.
10 metres in from the touchline. 5 out from the 22. Kurow attempting to get into the lead. As it is over. Parker.
Well, that started inside Kurow's 22, and Parker put a long kick down, and Patton Receipt caught the ball but kicked it out in the full, and Kurow got on the attack, and they had a penalty advantage underneath the post, and they kept playing, and that was a good try by their loose number 3 Keach, the tight end prop from Kurow.
All right, so there it is, 7-5 into the second quarter of the first half. There's a high one over towards the terrace touch. Kurow take it down there, 20 metres inside their quarter. And now, Kurow still taking the ball up against into the defensive situation. And there's Parker again, puts the left boot to it. And we've got Ben Patton, takes it up, long kick, taken there. And there's the long kick too. And we draw their Alapati Palarita up. No, it's the centre, second of the right. And into touch it goes. Daniela Samita. And so we're back on play, just 8 metres inside Kurow's half. Then it goes taken down again by Kurow. They move that ball on. They're starting to float that ball through. There's Tamita taking it up towards halfway. The Valley, the Kurow forwards are getting here. There's that guy who took the ball on the line out. He's linking in too. There's a break, and here's a go. Here's a go. He throws a dummy. He throws from there.
Oh, Parker.
Marvellous try.
I think it was Parker.
That was a magnificent try, Paddy.
Yeah,
brilliant. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was from a movement, they moved to the centre of the ground. There was a ruck, and all of a sudden a Kurow joker picked it up, and he charged through the middle. It looked like the second 5'8", Samita, and he drew a couple of players, and he threw a dummy, and he caught Valley unaware, and the Valley defence went back, and just as he went to attack him, who should loom up on the outside of him was Hayden Parker, going at pace, and went underneath the bar untouched. Good try. Against the run of play. They've sort of come back into this game, Kurow, because they've had very little ball early on. Now they've got to look at a bit of ball, and they're causing a wee bit havoc, Terry.
So in front, 7-5. Right in front.
So this could make it 14-5. Very vital kick.
And it has. Malaka does it.
$14-5, Terry.
14-5 to Kurow.
Yes, they've taken their chances, Kurow, but they've had very little chances, but they've taken them. That's what, in finals, that's what you've got to do. It's been all Valley up till now, but the last couple of 3 minutes.
There's the dropout, Valley. Has it gone the first grade? Rocknall forward, picked up by Valley, whoever. They're off by the Kurow player, but it's coming down. There's pick and go. Valley edging up towards the 22. Pick it in. They're still picking in, just going. Physical stuff right there. They're edging up towards the 22. Over in the clock corner. But we're still going. But it's still Valley, just pick and go. Pick and go. Then they've got the organisations on the far side, the blind side, and they're controlling possession at the moment. 14-5. And it's just physical stuff at the moment. Valley have gone over the 22, and they're just going to work this ball up towards the goal line. They go to the short side. The defence is there, but it's 1 metre, 2 metres, and they still continue just plugging those round their fringes as Valley have controlling it. They got it in, they pick and they go again. Migrant meetings, but the pick and they go. The defence is there, but they're gradually edging up ground, over in that corner, but controlling the ball well. Now they're going to move it. As they move, out they go. They come out right to the right now. But over the 22, gets it going in there. Whoops. The pass is out there, but down we go. It's only 10 metres out. And into touching the defence of Kurow. Got them out of trouble about 10 metres out from their 20 on their goal line, Freddie.
Yeah, they had to defend a long time then, Kurow, the pick and go, but Valley sort of going away for the game because they used their backs a wee bit early on. Now they're going to the forwards, so good defence by Kurow.
Right, in today's rugby final, Citizen Shield final, brought to us by the North Otago Rugby Football Union, as Kurow, the throw, in it goes. Taken cleanly down in the middle of the line out by Kurow. And now they just edge. Valley back with Valley. Now heaving through, but Valley got controls here. There's Samita takes it through, but he goes straight into the tackle. They're still about 15 metres out from the goal line. And then he gets back here, and Hayden Parker puts it back into touch and clears, relieves the pressure. And it'll be about 15 metres out from the Kurow 22. But it's this time the crowd's beginning to roar now. 10 to go before, is it 10? Just less than 10 before half time. Is that Cameron Rollins, is it? But not, no. Sam Surges throwing in. And it goes towards the back, taken down, beautifully again towards the end of the back. And there's a big charge from one of the forwards standing back and taking it in. Good play. Good defence from Valley. From Kurow. One of the big Valley forwards came in and then wrapped him up. Couldn't release the ball. Penalty resulting. Now, 7. Josh Reid. Yeah.
Good play by Josh Reid that time.
It's off to Hayden Parker. And there's that boot, the Rangers boot. I guess at one stage, Hayden Parker in Japan had kicked in a row 45 goals. There's the down taken down by Valley, by Kurow. Out it comes again now, Parker. There's Samita. And he's going again. He's just testing the defence. And that's back. It's rolled back. They come to the short side. There's Novell goes back in field. And they've got the support. There's Valley, there's Kurow. Now they come to the right again. There's a go and through. Still going. What's he going to do now? There's a try. There's a try. What a magnificent try. Who did that, Freddie?
Parker. I don't know who scored. Parker made the break. I was looking at Terry. I think number 3 might have got it, the prop. I'm not sure. You could be right. Yeah, but it was a brilliant break by Parker. I was looking at the break and I didn't see he caught the ball. And it could have been number 3, Terry. He's heading. I think that's him heading back with the hands on the head, is it? But that was a brilliant break by Parker. The players were all around him, and The second five seems to be doing all the breaks for Akura at the moment, and they all sort of lashed at him that time, and Parker just found a gap and went straight through.
He got the gas too, I think.
Yeah, but as soon as he went through the gap, he was looking for the support, and I think it was number 3 that latched up alongside him, but I'm not 100% sure on that, Terry, because I was watching Parker.
3 would be Cameron Keats.
Yes, that's converted that, so that makes it 21-5. And, you know, Kurow are struggling away around their 10 metre, around their 22, and they only get 1 or 2 balls and they make use of it, Terry, whereas Valley are trying to pick and go, and it's very, very predictable, isn't it?
You got to take your chances, haven't you?
Yes.
And with a player like Hayden Parker, and I'm not saying that Valley haven't got players like that, but it's just not invoking them at the moment. Maybe a change of tactics. There's the drop out. Getting towards half-time.
Another turnover, too.
That's it. And there it is. The boot of Parker. Patton takes it.
No, he's gone back. Knock on.
Got
half back to
it. So this scrum will go down 10 metres outside the Kurow 22, about 18 metres just to the left of the posters. There's Valley will look at it. So they've got both sides of the field to utilise.
Yeah, I think Valley's got a chance of runs in the backs because Valley's getting very predictable in the forwards, Terry. Pick and go, and their backs have looked good at times, but they haven't used their backs, Valley.
No, they haven't. And this commentary brought to us by the North Otago Rugby Football Union. Getting towards half-time, into the last 5. Valley put the ball in. 10 outs of the 22. They move it along the back line. But as they take the ball, once again, a very quick defence up there. There's Tuipulotu, the halfback, was there, and someone else had to step in and get it. And it's just a little bit frantic by Valley at the moment as they go it again. The big men are there. Galanista will take it up, 10 outside the 22 of Kurow. And they got the big ones there, standing up. He just straight back in, straight into the machine, and he went down. But it's just 5 outside the 22. What are they going to do? A wee chip up in the air, but no, someone will catch that. And he did.
Yeah, good mark by McDonald under pressure. The left wing for Kurow, good mark.
Along the gown might have been better, Ben. And there's the kick. The root of Parker. Is that half time?
No, about a couple of minutes to go yet, Terry. That was indirect, so it'd be Valley throw in now.
Right, this right on halfway. Just in front of the Citizen Shield, which they're playing for today. And at the moment, it's Kurow in front by 21-5. But here's the return. They pick it up by Valley. Charge in there, referees up a penalty, possibly. And it's gone out wide. Not ball, not forward. And offside. And they're 15 metres inside Kurow's territory. About 20 metres in from the grandstand. And Jake Matthews will put it down inside the 22. Midway between the 22 and the corner flag. A chance now just before half-time, before Valley to cut back there at the moment. Kurow in front, 21-5. It must be Paddy Valley to North score next.
Yes, and they'll drive from the line out, and Rollins has got it.
Back taken. Rollins takes it beautifully. And here's Nelly Finisau charging through there towards the post, but they've got it up again. There's 5-10 out from the goal line. There's the big move. They're 3 metres away. Valley. Now where are they going to go? There's a weak step. I just close.
Penalty.
Penalty coming here. So they might score at 5. Then they go, but he's gone down. And what's the referee's going to back for a penalty?
Right under the bar.
Right under the bar. What will they do? It's right on half time. Would you take a gamble, Paddy?
Yes.
5 would beat 3, wouldn't it? When you're 21-5 down.
He's going to have a shot at goal.
Right.
He's taken the points, Terry.
Right. Sanity.
Yeah, fine.
Yep.
I would say just about half time now, Terry.
I'd say probably one of those Valley forwards, one of the big gnarly ones, just whispered in his ear, put it out. No penalty, he's going to have to go to goal.
Yeah, they've indicated they're taking the shot at the goal, so they've got to take the shot, Terry. Yeah. So I would say it's full time, or half time. When this is over, Terry, you might play another minute, but it looks 40 minutes up on me.
And we look and say, where's it all gone?
Yes.
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd on the terrace. Massive.
Yeah, massive crowd. And Kurow in the good lead, but it's not over yet. There's still 40 minutes of rugby left, Terry.
So here's the kick. And it's over.
Half time, is it? No.
No, we're going.
Yeah, half time.
Yeah, half time. So at half time, it's Kurow 21, Valley 8.
Moving people and stuff is easy with Hire Plus. Hire Plus have minibuses, cars, trucks and cargo vans. If you're planning a family getaway or have friends coming and you're struggling for space, Hire Plus have the answer. A 10 to 12-seater minibus with enough seats, a large cargo area for luggage and the kids' bikes or toys. So if you want to move people or stuff, then see Trevor at Hire Plus on the corner of Main and Argyle Streets, Western. Or give them a call on 4345 222.
Hi, I'm Maria from Mitre 10 Mega Oamaru. Did you know we sell carpet? Not only do we sell carpet, but we start with a measure and quote with our experienced design team. And we can even help organise a local installer for you. We have a fabulous range from wool to nylon carpet. Great brands, and we're open 7 days a week. And don't forget about our Mitre 10 Mega guarantee. Finance options and air points are available. T's, C's, fees and credit criteria apply. Mitre 10 Mega Oamaru. Big range, low price, local advice.
If you'd like to give your home a fresh new look, then check out Guthrie Bar on Oamaru. They've got everything you need for your decorating project, from curtains and blinds to wallpaper and paint and decorating tools. They can even take care of your floor coverings, so all you need to do is add furniture. Their friendly experts make planning your new look a breeze and will even come to you for a free in-home measuring quote. See Guthrie Bar on Oamaru on the corner of Reed and Eden Streets next to the roundabout.
It's Plastic Free July, and you'll find some great tips and tricks on how you can reduce the use of plastic in your life on the Waitaki District Council's new website and Facebook page. Easy ways include using a refillable drink bottle or coffee cup and avoiding plastic trays and pre-packed food at the supermarket. We'd love your feedback and other ideas too. You could win some wonderful prizes, and the month will end with an afternoon of short movies on plastic waste, guest speakers and a mini market of sustainable products for sale. The Waitaki District Council, supporting Plastic Free July.
Hi, it's Jackie Dean here, your MP for the Waitaki. I love my electorate and the people who help make it distinctly different to anywhere else in the country. From the waterfront in Oamaru to the tussocks deep in the Mackenzie Basin, our region is diverse and unique, and I am so proud to represent it. If you have any community issues or concerns, please don't hesitate to call me at my electorate office on 4347 325. If it's important to you, I want to hear about it.
This advertisement was paid for by Parliamentary Service. Authorised by Jackie Dean MP, 127 10th Street, Oamaru.
Make sure your vehicle is winter ready. Head into Advantage Tyres for a free tyre and battery safety check. Tyres are the only thing keeping your car on the road. We check tyre pressure and tread, essential for safe driving. And we'll sort out balancing and wheel alignment. At Advantage, we stock the leading brands of car, SUV and four-wheel drive tyres. And you don't want to get stuck on a cold winter morning with a flat battery. Give yourself the advantage with Advantage Tyres on Humber Street, a locally owned and operated business.
It's half-time out at Whitestone Contracting Stadium for the Liquorland Oamaru Citizen Shield final. Kurow leading Valley. It sounds like a heck of a game. Back over to our commentary team there, being brought to you this afternoon by the North Otago Rugby Union, Terry O'Neill and Paddy Fords. End-to-end, guys.
21 points to 8 for Kurow. There's 40 minutes of play remaining. I just wonder whether the bus driver's got the motor taking over already. But we got 40 minutes to play, and Valley are going to be a side which is going to give it everything in this last 40 minutes. They've been a bit unlucky, Paddy. If they breached on defence, they opened things up, but just the finish is not there.
No, although I thought Kurow run the ball a bit more, but the Parkers dominated the game in the kicks, and Todd is at the centre quarter, which I think is a very good footballer, and Fenwick, and they've got very little ball, and Valley thought that would happen, that they run the ball around, but Kurow forwards have hung in there. They've been pushed a couple of times in the scrums, but it seems to be Valley's theory of pick and go, but Kurow sort of contacting that, but when you look at the score, 21-8, Terry, if Valley score first, we're going to have a game on our hands. But if Kurow score first, I think, even with a long way to go, that'll be a big difference. But Valley, they've been there and done that, and they know how to play finals, Terry, so they're going to be challenged. It'll be interesting to see what Kurow do, and they haven't moved the ball well I thought they would, Terry.
Yes, I think it's a change of tactics. They've got to have it. It's the last 40 minutes for the season, isn't it? And I think that they've got to maybe take it off. There it's off.
They're away now.
They're taken down just outside the 22 of Valley, and comes back in. We'll see what's happening out from here. The side runner, the Kurow defence is there, and they're going to move out to Sasima. He takes it down, held up. The Kurow defence is right on top of it, and they've got him ranked up, I think. But they've got a break here, and there's chips along the ground. Picked up there by 14, and they move now. Still going. We've got 16 and through there, straight up towards the 10-metre line into Valley territory. They come to the right again. There's Turpin picking through a move again. They beat two men. Samita, second 5'8". 10 out from the 22 of Valley. Picks it on again. Supporters are there. They're making the tackles, but the supporters there for the passer. They're going at last inside. Here's a big one. There is a wee chip. What's going here? It's here. No, that's across. They got a Valley covered by Valley, and they managed to cut that out. It looked as though an all tree coming, all try coming up, and they're just right under a clock there in the shadow. Back it goes, and it's just put on the pick there by Matthews, and we'll restart right on the 22 of Valley, over on the tourist side on the
That was a good start by Kurow, Terry. They're a bit unfortunate, but the Valley Joker just got back. The kick through was a good play, and Valley Joker just got back to retrieve the ball that time, but they cleared.
There it's Aiken and down with Kurow tumbling around his lineouts again. They had to pick up in there with front, but it wasn't there they move. They come out on the short side. Kurow, last 40 minutes. They're playing it for the last 40 years. And Kurow, they're still going. 10, 20, 15 metres in. Kurow, have they passed again as they're trying to wrap up, and the player held in the tackle, and a defensive penalty to Valley. He's got a little bit of Kurow.
Yeah, if they'd have passed the ball that time, I think Nova would have scored, but he held on to it, and that was. But Valley got a chance to kick it out.
Right, for the Matthews on the right boot, into touch it goes. About 10 metres out from the Valley 22. Grandstand side of Whitestone Stadium. Kurow leading 21 points to 8. Referee Winter says, I want a space there in the line out. Then it goes a long one, taken down beautifully by Valley. They pick it up again. They've got their backline moving and playing. They picked up, and here's a go. Big kick, but to the fullback. He's going to come across Paddock and then put a bang, boot. Take it, but picked up there on the full. They go out to the right again. As they move in, and then Matthews puts it away back downfield. And is it going to go into touch and goal?
Yes.
No, is it?
Yes.
It is. Good kick from Matthews. And he's put the Valley back on attack, right on the 22 of Kurow.
Yeah, that was a good kick by Matthews. He knew what he was doing. He put the first kick and then he got opportunity to the second one, but he got the second one right, too.
Yep. Valley, Kurow to throw. Then it goes taken down cleanly. Quick to the halfback. There it goes again. They take it straight up again. As the supports are outside the Valley kick to the Kurow 22. Kurow is picking it up and taking it up to into Valley now. Back it goes. And there's Barker still going outside one. Finally wrapped up outside the 22. As it recycled to Kurow. They take it up another metre, couple of metres, and they go to the blind side. And it's still controlling the ball. Good control from Kurow. As they move that, referee playing an advantage penalty.
I think it's a knock-on, Terry.
Is it?
Yeah, he's sort of put the hand up, but he's brought it down to knock-on and lost the forward.
Right, about 8 metres out from the Kurow 22. 15 metres in from the terrace touch. It'll be Valley to feed this scrum. Good attacking position, Paddy.
Yes. But they've got to use the ball. They've got to chance their arm, Valley, you know. I mean, this pick and go. I think they're going to take Kurow on just as, you know, make them tackle them in the backs. And Patton, he comes up in the back line. He's quite dangerous, and he's got a lot of pace too, Terry.
Halfback to put it in. Then Sturgis puts it in, controlled from coming off the back. Goes as the Sturgis, but he's buried down from behind. Just outside the 22. There's who can get it. Valley have thrown it up towards the 22. They can go still again. As they're upended, just on the 22. Recycling that ball again. As they keeping that ball in the forward pack, and they're not going very quickly. But if they get a break on the short side. 3 against 1, into the 22. The big two, there's big front row prop. Dunlop.
Knocked on by Valley.
Yeah. Eventually, isn't it?
Good turnover by Kurow that time. The big locks down. I know the number 8. They're having a wee bit of breather there for Kurow. He's done a lot of work for Kurow today. The Kurow number 8, Senimo Kafusi. Kafusi. He's done a lot of good work for Kurow. It'll be interesting to see who goes to the bench first, Terry. You know, it's been a titanic battle here, and you know, they both seem to be holding their fitness well. But I mean. Coaches see a different view, and I'll be interested to see who they go the fence. The bench, I see Anderson's wandering down behind these emergency support. What do they call them? Not emergencies now. They're
the reserves.
Reserves, yeah.
Yep. And they're in. Yep.
I don't know who's down. It's a Kurow fella down at the moment, Terry. Can you see who it is, Terry?
No, I can't.
No,
it's a look to their back, I think. I'm not sure. I can't see his number. But he's getting some of the arm or his shoulder. He's getting up.
It could be the second five, is it? No. It's not Porter. It's not Parker. No, it must be a forward. One of the Lucy's, is it?
Oh, no, I just couldn't pick him up.
Parker's had a great game, Terry. Experience and that, you know, he's a class above him. You know, every time you think he's going to pass it, he's way through the gap, and he's kept Kurow in the game with his kicking, and his skill is quite unbelievable. Really, he's a standout player. But I'd like to see Todd get a run for centre, but the second five seems to be taking it up all the time, Terry. They haven't given him much of a run, but he's usually pretty strong sort of a player.
All right, they've got 35 minutes to do it.
Here's the first reserve coming on. He's got no number, Terry. Is it Edwards?
Second 5'8", yeah, Dylan Edwards. Is it?
He's gone to second 5'8", and looks like Matthews could be gone to halfback.
Right, so Dylan Edwards, very strong, powerful runner in midfield. Yeah, Dylan Edwards. Edwards, Dylan Edwards. So just tied outside the Kurow 22. Kurow feeding the scrum.
21.
Then it goes. Back it comes. Oh, it's once again the throw. Moving back, and Dylan goes straight in. Dylan Edwards up to the 22. Goes right over the top. Recycles again. They get no runners coming up. Picks it to midfield. To the 22 now. Still on attack now is the Valley. As they get it up and they pick and they go. But very quickly, and referee's player Winter is playing advantage to Kurow. And they're going to have a go too. He's gone. Just outside the 22. He's going to get to the stage where maybe Valley should take a few, here we go. Another one just to over is the Valley Kurow supports for the player. Was just couldn't control it as the was opened up again.
Richardson's coming on for Kurow, Terry.
Right, he's a prop, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a prop, but who's coming off? Is it Keach? Richardson, who is it? Might be, was it Stange or Keach? Number one, Terry.
Yep, number one.
Richardson, he'll make a difference to the scrum for Kurow. And they're a bit unfortunate there. They had the penalty and they played advantage and they didn't go back to the penalty. I don't know why Dylan didn't go back to that penalty, because Kurow had the penalty and he played a long advantage. And I see Reid asked him, but he must have said, well, you've had a long ball long enough.
So, Valley, it's going to be Glenn Sturgis to lead the scrum inside the half of the Kurow. They come away and they move, and they go wide. Dylan Edwards again taking it up. Taken to the ground, however, just outside the 22 of Kurow. As they try to pick up that ball, it's on the Valley side, hands on it. Which way are they going to go? They go the short side and at the line side, but only the strong Kurow defence is there. As they move, and again, and the pass goes right through the hands of the winger and into touch. And it's just consistent defence, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's consistent pick and go, and Kurow are handling that quite well, really.
So the line-out will take place. Kurow to throw, 10 outside the 22. On attack and defence. There's the throw. Taken down beautifully here by Kurow. And we each have a head. He cut to the ball too. Wrapped it up just 10 on the 10-metre line as they come through, but it's turned over. And now's a chance for Valley to go. They have. There's the pop going down the sideline. And we're going to get back for a forward pass, is it?
Yeah, forward pass, Terry.
Yeah.
The second 5'8's been down for a while after he got kicked. He got hit a wee bit late, but I think he tried to milk it a bit too, Terry, but Dylan Winter didn't have any of that.
So the scrum will go down 8 metres inside Kurow's territory, over before a massive crowd on the terrace. And it's going to be Sione Kafusi to feed this scrum. I think it's a Kurow ball, Terry. Kurow ball, yep. Fusino, number 8, Tui Palutu. 8 metres inside Kurow's territory. Good scrum, moves it on again. Picking pass and it's still going. And it's in a metre inside Valley. They move it again. That fair head of that support player as they get in. Oh, a bit of a bobble, but one count as they go through. And get it to the two who's going through. Taken, well taken. Again, well taken and they move it wide now, Kurow. Still looking for trophies as they go. Still going, Kurow. Still going, they're still going. Still going. Backing down. 15 out from the 22 as the Valley get back to make that attackers, and they do. They have got their defence. Referee playing advantage there now to Valley. And we're going to go back to the scrum, which will be a defensive one, but 15 out from the 22 of Valley.
Was only one pass then. Terry and Kurow are in the corner, in the clock corner. The second 580's made a few breaks, but he always wants to go to the death. He's trying to go through players, and he only had to set another pass, and it was a try. But that's rugby.
The next one could come off, Paddy.
Yes.
Sunny Ali Samita. And it's Valley. They put it down, the terrace touch. And that's where play will restart. 20 metres inside the Kurow territory. Still no change in the half time. 21 points to 8. But it was very much in the first half, wasn't it? All the points came pretty quickly in the second quarter. But now in it goes, taken down. Not forward, was it? The referee, and taken through as Valley break that ball up. They got the big wrap for now. Cullen Eastal out on the 22. They've got some scrappers there, taking it through. And they recycle this ball, they can. They move on the short side. Mount Dunlop shrugged his shoulders and took 2 or 3 with him as they line up. As Valley goes straight ahead, 10 inside the 22 of Kurow. Now, an opportunity. They move it. But only goes one way, still going. Back and forth against the defence, put to the ground. But they're recycling this ball well, Valley, as they make another couple of metres, getting close to that post, the goal post. And there's the big one, Dunlop again. They're getting to about 15 metres out. They go to the short side again, Valley. They're starting to open up a few holes now that the Kurow defence is getting there. It's holding on. They're about 5 metres out from the goal line, right by the post. There's the pass, taken by Valley. There's now, what's the go? They've got to go around to the short side. As they move, and they've got it wide. There's a try on here, and he threw it away. But good defence again. They read it. They pick it up again. Where are we going? There's the try. Not gone.
You called it, Terry, good defence. That was good defence by Kurow. Valley only had to handle that ball and they would have scored, but that big hit, that killed that movement and the ball went forward.
I just wonder now, with Kurow Valley looking at the clock, it's getting close to 20, it's 15 minutes gone in the second half, that they're just being relayed, but I was starting to take too much, do things too quickly. We haven't got much time, mate. They're going to play it at their own pattern, their own time.
Yes, yeah, there's plenty of time, but it's just that they're just got to break the ice, Valley. They're not out of this game by no means. Les Kurow can score again or get points. Valley are still in this game, but the chance was lost when that second 5-8 held on the ball for Kurow, but same with the Valley joker that time, but there's mistakes made, Terry.
20 metres out from the Kurow goal line, midway between the post and the corner flag, and in it goes. Kurow scrum holding nicely. Throw it out there. It's Samita right in front of his posts. He seemed to control it well. And back it goes out there. There is the boot. The boot hasn't found touch.
Oh, beautiful.
Huh?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, beautiful.
It is. He stood on about 5 metres outside Hayden Park now, that from his goal line, and then with that left boot, dropped it on Thruppen Stretchy over the goal line, and 10 metres out from halfway. There's the kick. They're going. Picked up and knocked forward. Yep. And maybe a little bit of tossing there, Paddy.
Yes, I mean, that was a chance for Kurow again, but they're making mistakes badly too at times because they're over-eager, you know, and I think that was the captain, Reid, that time lost that ball forward.
So the scrum will go down. Approximately 10-metre line in Kurow territory. It'll be Valley to feed. Good attacking position. Back line lined out towards the halfway.
I'd say they go to the blind, Terry.
And there goes. No, it's going to come up. And there's the charge. Take it up. And Dylan Edwards, a little bit flat getting quickly, but he's knocked it all on. Yeah, it's in the story of Valley most of the day, hasn't it?
Yeah, no question about that, Terry. And I would say that's a bad sign for Valley because the man that dropped that ball very seldom drops a ball. Yeah. Sam Surgeonus, he's usually reliable, but that time that, you know, pressure, Terry, and it comes to us all and in the game of rugby, and the mistakes seem to be coming, don't they?
22 coming on is Brad Fleming for Valley. And this is right in centre field, about 15 metres inside Kurow's territory. So it's going to be Kurow's ball. They can go, they got their back line lined out on both sides. They're forcing Valley to make changes, substitutions on either side, or filling gaps. But it's now Alapani, Tui Paleto puts her in. Off, comes off the back, plays halfback. They're going to move it again. Take over halfway. Beautiful movement on the blind side by Kurow. As they drive in over the top by Valley, they're to halfway. They're controlling that ball now. It's coming back. They've got their hands on it. But straight into the defence. They're sort of putting them towards the defence instead of trying to get away from Paddy.
Yeah.
As it goes there, again, another ball picked up there nicely. That he was held by the jersey, and that is what held him. And it's also what held the second one. But they got to go and 10 inside the Valley 22 as Matthews made a wee snap around. But it's coming back where holding in there once again. Good defence there from Kurow.
Yeah, that was great work by that lock from Kurow. I've got Angus Foster, you know, for a lock to go out and nail that centre recorder, and he only got him, but he held on to him just long enough to, you know, let the rest get there. That was great play from a lock after giving his best and jumping in the line out, pushing the scrums, and yeah, he's had a great game for Kurow.
Here's the boot. Down the grandstand touchline. And according to the clock, it says about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And Valley and Kurow still in front by 21 points to 8. Referee. I'll come on again.
Yeah, that was a stroke of luck for Kurow that time because he only got a hand to it, Foster, and it went to the ground, and Valley grabbed hold of it. He lost it forward. So it goes back to the scrum, which is an advantage to Kurow, because their scrum is going very good with Richardson's come on. It's handy to have a player like him come on, Terry.
Yeah.
Very good loose head, and Kurow scrum's a lot more stable now. But now's the chance for Kurow. It'll be interesting to see what Parker does. I'd like to see Todd get a run, because he's had very few chances.
It'll be Alapati Tuipalutu to lead the scrum on the 10-metre line for Kurow. They lead by 21-8.
The crowd has sort of gone quiet because they're waiting something to happen, Terry. Well, it looks like we could have a bit of a skirmish in the front row. That might happen, yeah. But you notice the crowd's got very quiet and, they're watching. Everybody's watching to see if something's, is going to happen. And time ticks on, though.
Right, 9 metres inside Valley's territory. 10 metres in from the grandstand. Into Kurow. Look at that, they move it there too hard, but they can feel just tackle one there as he took the pass there by Parker. That's Kurow. They're flying in, the supports are there. They go straight up into the 10-metre line of Valley.
I think Barry, is it Matthews? Is that who's down? Whoever's down is not looking too good, Terry.
He's got he's got a message on.
Is it Jake? I think it's Jake Matthews. Yeah. I think that's why he stopped play, Terry. I think he's could have a serious injury there.
Oh, it's going to have a sore leg anyway. By the look of it, isn't it? I'm looking at war. Yes.
His father's water boy, I see he's walked away, so he mightn't be too bad. But
well, you never know, Paddy.
But, we're all waiting for something to happen in this game now. It's been, Kurow sort of got their 21 points, and I expected Valley to come back, but they just haven't nailed it, to get back into the game, and Kurow's working their way back into the game, but they made a good change in Richardson, and the scrum has gone a lot better. Parker's starting to run a wee bit more, although he's run good all game, but he's moving the ball a wee bit wider, and Todd looked quite dangerous, got him up over the attack there then, and but he's up again. I think it's his knee, Terry, is it?
He's got a bandage around one of his legs there, but it doesn't look too good, does it?
No, he's hobbling back, but I don't like the look of him. He's got that determination.
Yes,
I think they're saying you better come off. And no, is he coming? Is he going?
I think his dad has said off.
No, I think he's staying on.
Staying on. All right.
Let's give Kurow time to regroup there, Terry.
Get second breaths, and a little break like that just gives you another bit of inspiration. 5 metres inside Valley's half, about in centre play, and it's Kurow to feed the scrum. In it goes, good solid scrum. Good scrum it was at all. And there goes through. Still going, got a leg, dropped it. After that to the 22. As they back and go again. Up and go, still going. Up towards the 22, Kurow. Is there. But the defence of Valley has been unrelenting. They move it wide again, coming back infield, but the tackles are being made by Valley. They've got to be. There's the run, a charge through again. Up to the 22 go Valley. And they kick and go, Valley. It's the Kurow inside the 22. They've got a line up outside now. They can smell something. They can remember what it was like 40 years ago. But they go again. As they come inside the 22, in front of the posts, where's Parker? Drop goal maybe, who knows? It goes to the short, they're backing home again. There's that front rope again as they get it down, 10 inside the Valley 22. They take it up. Still going. 10 metres inside the 22 now, Kurow. Could this be the finish? As they go through, getting close to those posts. They go out to the left now. Where's it gone? Still picked up, held, but they drive towards the goal posts. And the defence of Valley is holding. It's been tested. It's still right in front of the post as they try to get that ball. So Valley, Kurow have it. They come the ball back. They come back in field. They're very close to the goal line as they move. Picked, but very fast. And referee Dylan Winter has gone in front of the posts and awarded Kurow a penalty.
Yeah, that was good play by Valley because Kurow threw everything at him and good defence by Valley. They held them out, but they awarded a penalty and they stepped it up. Parker gave a nice skip pass, but he just didn't hang on to it, so they've gone back to the penalty and it looks like Parker's going to take the 3 points, Terry, to put them out to 24-8. That'll be...
and they've got...
This will be the first points of the second half. So we've had about 25 minutes. We've got about a quarter of an hour to go, and there's been no score.
There'll be some tired boys, I tell you, tonight.
The number 8 for Kurow's had a very good game, Terry. He's made a lot of breaks, pick and go, and he's been Sanoni Kafosi. Yeah. He's looked very good.
So here it is. This will be Parker. With the clock showing 8 minutes.
No, about 15, Terry.
15. It's over. What's that, 25?
Yeah, 25-8 now, and we've got about 15 minutes to go. I see there's 3 changes by Valley. They made 3 changes. 16, 20 have come on, Terry. 16 and 20. Peters, Joker Peters has come on.
Yep.
Who's come off? 17's come on too. Verlago, he's come on. I think he's a prop, Terry.
Right.
He'd come on for Dunlop.
There's a quick off taken. Just outside the 22 by Kurow. And there they go. Driving up again. Centre field. The runners are there now. We'll be here all day, they'll be telling the halfback. And there it gets back to Harper. To what
in front, Terry. I think they're in front of the kicker.
Kicker, right.
No, he wasn't taken from the mark, so they get another chance. They're trying to pick the pace of the game up, Kurow, not take the kick to the corner. Oh no, they have kicked to the corner.
Right. And the touch judge's flag goes up, probably 15 metres out from the southwest corner of Whitestone Stadium.
Here's a couple of Kurow fellas coming on, Terry.
18.
18, is it?
18 and 16, I think, is it?
Yeah.
Michael Patterson,
yeah.
And 18, Tim Larkins.
Patterson will go on as hooker. Larkins, where does he go, Terry?
Looks like in the line out.
Oh, yeah.
10 metres out from the Kurow goal line. Taken down by Valley. They get in. They drive. They get the weight in. Edging up towards the Valley goal line. Getting close to the... Try. Pick and drive.
And I'm not sure who got that, Terry. Yeah, was it 16? No, I'm not sure.
Well, he just gone on, hasn't he? 16.
Yes.
Yep.
16. I think 16 got it, Terry.
Michael Patterson.
No, 16 for
the Valley.
Salisbury, Cameron Salisbury. Yeah, Salisbury, I think. This sort of brings me back in the game because they're within the still, we've got about 11 minutes to go.
Here's the kick then.
Who was it? Patton? No, he's missed it. That's a vital miss, Terry, for Valley.
25-13.
Yeah, they're within 11 points of them now. They've got to score twice but they made the changes, Valley, and so is Kurow, so it'll be interesting to see what the changes. That time it was advantage to Valley.
Well, I see Michael from Patterson on.
Yeah, he's a good... we've got about 10 minutes to go.
Right, there it is. Last 10. Taken down from the kickoff. Short runner there for Valley. Take it again. Valley, now we've got to smell. Colin and Sal taken down to them. And referee playing a penalty as they kick downfield. And where's it going to go?
It's going to go back for the penalty.
And Valley is down. He's still down, is he?
Yes, he's still down. He sort of jumped over the tackle, so as he went underneath him, he sort of hit the ground hard, and I see Reid was questioning Dylan Winter about the decision, but he's sticking by it, and Connolly is still on the ground. Valley's got to score twice, Terry, and...
Yes, 25-13. It's uphill now for Valley.
They're still in it, though. 10 minutes to go. I mean, anything can happen 10 minutes in a final.
Just wonder how Valley is. He's sitting up.
Yeah, I think he's all right.
Yep. And there's it, right? 8 metres inside Valley territory. And they'll put it down the terrace touch. Look at it. Never seen the likes of it before. And the touch. About 18 metres inside Kurow territory. It'll be Valley to throw. They take it. They get it out. They got to run now. This is time. Punching in. Valley. Still driving up. Doesn't come. They move to the left. And drop to the ground. We're still going. Kalinisau. Can't be too bad as they move to the right this time. Getting on. Edwards takes the ground. And picking it on to the left. But the Kurow defence is just unaltered. It just keeps coming.
Valley's picked it up a bit,
yeah, they have. But they might have to go a wee bit wider. There's not much space where they're going close to the... Well, here's a go. And held down. Defence. Kurow, they got it over the top. Referee playing advantage. Penalty. Yep.
They're away again.
They've got to get close now, have Valley. Heading towards the 22. Pick and drive again now. Valley forwards, edging in. But Kurow, and still they go inside the 22. Who's got it? Valley, they move it out to the right, just one runner off. Right on the 22. Hesitated a little bit. They're still going. I think they've got to go further wide, Paddy.
Yes, the pick and go.
Yeah.
Here's a chance.
There's a chance.
Patton held up though, Terry, but no.
It's just the defence of and the penalty against. They'll have to take the tap, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, no, they'll kick to the corner, I'd say, Terry, because they work off the line out, and you know, I mean.
Let's kick two.
Yeah, it's only 5 metres from the goal line.
Out. 25-13, 12 the difference. We've got 5 minutes of play approximately to go. And it's Valley right in the southwest corner of Kurow's ground. What'll become here? In it goes, taken by Valley. They'll keep and drive again. They got it moving.
Yes.
Going towards
yes.
Ryan.
Try coming up here, Terry, I think.
They got down. They could. Dylan Winter will be the one who says that they do now. But great defence by Kurow. They just go and put the head down and just stop. Close up. Valley. Where is it? The ball's there. They're going to move it out in front of the post. It's in. Where's it go? There's no cover out here wide. They must score. Dylan Edwards taken down on a tackle. They're only 2 metres out from the...
That was a lost chance then for Valley. It was only one pass in the rover, but good defence by Kurow.
Quick tap, dive. No reaction from Dylan Winter. They're close to the goal line. Can this be
held up?
Held up. So back we go. A scrum.
Valley is coming into the game, Terry. They're not out of it yet. They're not out of it yet.
24-13, and we could say 5.5 minutes to remain. But they're in the right position.
And 2 more changes here for Valley. They must have bringing on all the... Roney's come on the wing, and number 18, Aaron Mackay's gone on for somebody.
Both those fresh legs, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Roney's gone on for Gold, and I don't know who the other fella's coming. Who's coming off, Terry?
I can't see.
He's away to the far side, is he?
There's one coming over this side.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's Blake Walsh, is it? It could be Blake Walsh coming off.
Right, now the scrum will go down 5 metres out from the Kurow goal line. It's virtually 5 metres just to the from away from the posts, and it's to feed the scrum. 5 metres out. They must go the right. Short. They haven't. The defence was there. Trying to get across. Just fraction short of the goal line. There's one. Referee Winters can't see it. And the defence is still holding. Still holding. Still holding. They're going to move it out. Right under the post. Right under the post. Where is it? Slow ball. Slow ball. Whoops. They cut back infield to Valley, but it was taken by the defence, but they're still only metres, fractions away from the goal line of Kurow. It's almost there.
He's awarded a knock-on. There's a knock-on. Good work by Kurow. Marvellous defence.
Great defence.
Yes, marvellous defence. No doubt. If ever a team wants to win today, it's Kurow, the way they defended that, Terry.
It was just bone on again bone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They just tackled and tackled. But they're only 5 metres out from their goal line.
Well, we've only got about 3 minutes left on the clock, Terry.
And they trail by 12. Big ask.
I think there's a good omen. The Seagulls arrived on the park, Terry, so...
Oh, yeah, you know what Seagulls do. That's it.
Well...
24-13.
Well, I was looking at when your Seagulls runs and there's a mob of them come here, and they're just like Kurow then. They were like a pack. Every time that Valley picked the ball up to go to the goal line, the red swarm coming on top of them, and they put pressure on Valley, and Valley lost the ball. They had about 5 or 6 goes, and it was great defence by Kurow.
So the scrum will go down. The clock says 2. It's just about 8 metres to the right of the post as the Valley look at it. They're only about 4 metres away from the goal line, but they are 12 points in arrears. And it's Kurow's territory. There's the weight going in, but out it comes. There they're going to go have a run. Wrong time to run. So come again. And now, Kurow, drive up. There they go.
They turned it over, Valley. Oh, lost it forward.
Then we'll come back.
Yeah. He's going back for the knock-on. Kurow ball again, Terry.
Right.
No, he's giving it to Valley. I thought knock on both ways, and he's giving it to Valley. I think Kurow should have cleared that ball then, Terry, but they didn't, and they took it into ruck, and Valley stole it off him and had a chance to score. Roney was a bit unfortunate. He lost the ball.
Right, the scrum will go down 5 metres out from the Kurow goal line, midway between the post and the corner flag. It's all on. You can hear it now. 25-13 to these, but Valley have won it. They've moved through. They've gone away. And who's got this ball? Valley still have it.
Oh, great.
Knocked it on.
Another great tackle. It's all over, Terry.
What?
All over.
Well, it's there. They were streaking onto the runs now. At 25-13, Kurow have upended Valley. It was a great team. Both teams gave us a great. It was just rugged rugby, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great effort. You know, they hung on. Valley threw everything at them, and there's some great performances by the Kurow there today, and so with Valley. You know, I thought there was a few good performances by Valley in the forwards, especially Cameron Rowlands. He had a very good game. Jake Matthews played good at halfback when he went to halfback, and Ben Patton was good at fullback. But, you know, the man of the match, without a doubt, Hayden Parker, he was outstanding. But then Cameron Keach, Foster, Angus Foster, Josh Reid, Templeton brothers, they played good. The number 8 was outstanding for Kurow. The second 5'8" overplayed his play a lot, but he made some great breaks, and all in all, it's been a great game. I'd said earlier today that I expect a crowd, but I think this is the biggest crowd I've ever seen at Centennial Park. But what better day than the side to haven't won for 39 years. It's good for rugby, Terry.
Well, it is, and looking at players like, you know, Ben Knoll and Hayden Todd, and, you know, they're talented players, but today talent wasn't going to do it because it was guts rugby, wasn't it?
Yes.
Tackle and just get up and tackle again. Yeah. And I think the experience of that Noel and Parker, of course, and Todd, and guys like Michael Patterson who are going on. They've been there for centuries, virtually, that they finally pulled it off, and now they can forget about the 40 years.
Yes, you know, it's a sea of red there, and it's great. Look at the kids going out there. It's been a great final. You know, the score 24-13 might have been a big margin in the finish, but it wasn't that to watch. You know, the Valley was still in the game right till they could have scored and scored again because that was on. But the defence of Kurow, especially in those forwards, they tackled, and that last commitment to hoe into the ruck, the whole. About 3 or 4 of them tore in there and they put pressure on Valley. But at the end of the day, it was Kurow's day, and after 39 years, there are going to be some drinks tonight at Kurow, Terry.
Well, yes. I don't know how they're all going to get on the bus. There's going to be few will be there. But it was, I think, for Valley, they can say, well, they gave it everything. And I think, well, I think it's to be critical, overcritical, to say, well, why didn't they do this and why didn't they do that? Because you've got to give something to the opposition, haven't you?
Yes, and they played to their strength, Terry, and that's it. But, when you get a star like Parker, that was the difference in the game today. He made the breaks, he scored the try, he kicked to the corners, he done everything right, and all the rest cancel each other out. But class prevails, and it did today for Kurow, and I was impressed with some of those Kurow forwards. That big sandy-headed lock, Foster, he was outstanding, I thought, and Cameron Keach and the Templetons, they were good. The backs, Fenwick never seen much Paul or McDonald or Noel, but because they played a game that they kept it close to their key players, didn't they?
Yeah, and I felt that those experienced players like Noel and Todd, you could see them just mustering the back line. Don't get caught out of lack, out of position. Hold your position, and that's what they did.
But all Valley players can hold their heads high. They played well, and the Valley supporters would say the same. It's been a great atmosphere today. But although you notice about 20 minutes in the second half, everything went quiet because they all expect something to happen, and it did. The last 7 or 8 minutes, it really came to life, and each other's cancelled each other out. But that's rugby, and it's good to see in North Otago, Terry.
Yeah, and I just say to the Valley boys, it's hard to take a hiding, or it wasn't a hiding, but it's hard to take a loss. But you didn't give it away at all. You stuck in there and you played out your 80 minutes, and you can say, well, on the day, we were beaten by a better side. That's all.
Well done, TP.
Thanks very much, gents, and huge thanks to our matchday sponsors as well, North Otago Rugby Union. Congratulations to Kurow. I did actually catch up with Murray Pearson earlier on today, and he was going to get a different bus, presumably a bigger one, to head the team back up to Kurow. This is Real Radio. It's 10 minutes past 4.